Hi everyone, I am Dr.D.Princy, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science with Cyber Security, Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. In this video, I am going to explain the concept of arrays used in Java. Array. An array is a group of elements that share a common name. Generally, a variable holds a single value at a time. But using the concept of array, we can store many values in one variable. Those variables are indicated by the index or the subscript of the array. It should be it should be enclosed with the brackets after the array name. The complete set of values is referred to as an array. The individual values are called elements of that array. Array can be of any variable type like integer, float, long, string. In array, we have three types. One is one-dimensional, two-dimensional, and multi-dimensional arrays. One-dimensional array, which takes only one subscription, and it is used to store the values in the one column. The subscript can be begin with a number 0 up to n minus 1. If n is the size of an array, the largest subscription value is n minus 1. The subscript of an array can be integer or constants, integer variables, or expression that also should hold the value integer. In this example, I'm initializing an array named as A with a size 12. So 12 is the size. So it occupies the values. It stores 12 values from the index 0 to 11. Always the index subscription start with 0 only. So start with 0 to 11. The value 1 to 12 is assigned to the index 0 to 11 respectively. If I want to display the value in the subscription area of 5, the value stored in that is a specified subscription is 6. Creating an array. Like other variables, arrays must be declared and created before they are used. Creation of array having three steps. First, we have to declare the array, mentioning the array name and what is the size. Then creating memory location. Using the new operator, we are allocating the memory to that array variable and putting values into the memory location. After declaring and allocating memory, we are assigning some values to the memory. Declaration of arrays. Arrays in Java may be declared in two forms. Either you can use the first type, that is type array name followed by the square bracket, or type square bracket followed by array name. Both are valid in Java. Here the example: int number, the square bracket, int square bracket count, float average square bracket, or float square bracket marks. Both are valid declaration types of arrays. Declaration of array types. We do not enter the size of the array in the declaration. When we are using, we can assign the values. The creation of arrays. A new operator is used to allocate the memory for that array. After you declaring the array, we move on to the allocating memory to that array variable using the new operator. Array name equal to new, the same data type of the array, and we have to specify the size in the square bracket. See that example: number, already we declare an array, is equal to new int 5. The number is an array variable which have this integer type, and the size also should be declared with the data type integer only. It is possible to combine the two types steps, that is declaration of arrays and allocating memory, or creating an creation of array into one. Int number square bracket equal to new int of 5. Creation of an array in memory. After you creating an array to that creating a memory to that array, it is allocated the memory continuous memory location based on the subscription. 0 to 4 is the subscription value. It is an integer type. The default value is 000. After you assigning the values, it should be replaced with the memory location. After allocating the memory, we have to initialize the values to that array element. There is the final step. This is known as the initialization, that is assigning values to the array elements. This is done using the subscript, array name. Within the square bracket, we are mentioning the subscript equal to the concerned values. Number of 0 equal to 35, 57, 68, 81, 48, 49 respectively. It should be assigned to the concerned memory location. Once Java creates an array starting with the subscript 0 and end with the value 1 less than the size specified. We can also initialize the value at the time of declaring the arrays using the curly braces. The values are separated by commas. Here is an example. Int number equal number square bracket equal to, within curly braces I am assigning the values 10, 20, 30, 45. There are 5 values. The size of the array is 5. It is also possible to assign an array object of another. So first I am declaring an array called as A, that is assigned to the variable B. So the value of A is assigned to array B. Both are same. Both arrays will have the same values. Loops may be used to initialize large size of arrays. Suppose if we have only less size, we can assign the values directly to the by mentioning the subscription value. When having this larger size array, we have to use the for loops or any kind of loop to assign the values to the concerned subscription. To find the size of an array, we are using the length keyword, array.length, array name dot length. Length is a keyword which returns the size of the array. So int a size equal to a dot length. So it returns the number of elements in the size, that will be the size of the array. This is an example to demonstrate how to get the size of the array. See this line, string is an array of the type string. It have the value Ajit, Steve, Rick, Becky and Mohan. There are 5 values. So in the for loop, I use the keyword length to find the length of the array. It returns 5. So string dot length is 5. So totally 5 elements are there. So the length keyword is used to return the size of an array. Next, we move on to the two-dimensional array. So sometimes the elements are stored in the matrix form, that is rows and columns. In one-dimensional array, the elements are assigned in the one column manner. Suppose if you want to store in row and column manner, that is matrix form, we move on to the two-dimensional array. It takes 2 subscription. The first subscript represents the row. The second subscript represents the column value. To accessing the two-dimensional, we are using the nested for loop or nested loops. The outer loop executes the rows, inner loop executes the columns. See here, I'm initializing the values for the two-dimensional array using the second method. That is, by the time of declaration, I'm assigning the values directly using the curly braces. The row is 2 and the column is 3. Totally we have 6 elements. If I am assigning 6 elements using the curly braces, the first 3 elements are assigned in the first row columns. The second 3 elements are assigned in the second row columns. We can also separate it by the row and row. It is separated with the row curly braces. Okay. So to access the two-dimensional arrays, we are using the nested loops. Here in this example, I'm using the for loops. The outer loop used for the row, defining the row, inner loop defining the column. There are 5 rows and 5 columns. I'm just assigning the values for, if the rows and columns values are equivalent, the value of that a particular element is 1. If there are different row value and column value, the value assigned to that element is 0. This is an output of accessing the two-dimensional arrays. Next, variable size array. Suppose if we want to define a different number of columns and rows, we move on to the multi-dimensional arrays. It is also known as the arrays of arrays. So this is mainly used to different specify different row values and different column values in each rows. For example, I'm just declaring the row size is 3 and does not declaring the column size. The first row, the column number is 3, second row column number is 2, and the third row column number is 5. So this is how the multi-dimensional arrays are declaring with the variable size arrays. Thank you all.